we have something special here. We have something that we can get back into the playoffs.
Absolutely. I think this team, the sky's the limit for this team, and being apart for these 6 weeks doesn't mean it's completely off. You got to put the onus on yourself to work, to go back, look at some of this film, improve upon some of the stuff we started here in this 2-month window. And like I said, we got a ton of talent. I think we're really executing well right now, and we can only get better. So could be a special group.
And when you come back, is your mind that, hey, I'm competing for this starting job?
Absolutely, 100%.
How do you balance taking time off these next couple of weeks, but also staying focused and keeping yourself in shape and ready to go?
I think the best part about our strength staff and the whole sports science group, they give us a good plan for the off season and for these next 6 weeks. So there's got to be a time, there's got to be some downtime. You got to give your body a break, especially the way we've been working. We've been putting it out there every day, and I can't look back and think of a day like, oh, maybe we didn't give it up like we should have, or maybe we didn't put in the effort we wanted to, or we weren't working hard enough, we didn't watch enough film, we didn't do enough in the weight room. I think everybody really put it all out there for us and got a lot of good stuff on film. Now take a little break and then get back into the swing of things and start throwing again here in a couple weeks and get ready for August. You don't want to come back in August like you did coming back from OTAs, to the start of OTAs. You got to take whatever today is, Thursday, so when we come back on that Saturday, August 1st, it's got to be like Friday. It's got to be like tomorrow. And nothing ever happened. Don't skip a beat. Seamless transition, and I think we can do that. We have the right players, and they have the right mindset.
In your mind, what do you have to do to win the starting job in your mind?
You got to be the best guy. The best guy plays, and that means move the team down the field, get points, and get completions, do the right thing in the right situations, throw the ball away when you have to, take care of the football. All those things that go along with being a starter, and I've done it before. I know I can do it again, and just put my best stuff on film like I have.
Mark, seeing DeMarco up close, what kind of appreciation have you had for what he can do? What are some of the things that maybe you didn't realize he could do?
I've seen him catch with the Cowboys before, but who knows? A guy who leads the league in rushing, you don't know what his hands are like, kind of thing. And he's come out here and it's like he's been in the system his whole life. He's catching the ball real well. He's running routes really well. Where he's not just a check down, he could be the first guy in our progression, just like Sproles, just like Kenyon Barner, all those guys. And he's just pretty impressive to watch in the weight room. And the guy can lift the entire gym, man. It's incredible. He's strong, and that's why he can take all those hits and take that pounding and still be very productive. So he's an impressive guy, and it's not just one of those guys who's relying totally on talent. He's got all the talent in the world and all the ability, but he works his butt off. So it's good for our young guys to see too.
Chip had mentioned earlier that this can be a difficult system sometimes for first-year quarterbacks to grasp. How much more comfortable and confident are you now that you have a year in the system?
Yeah, every repetition, builds confidence, and every game you go out and play builds confidence. So those 8 games last year, all these reps in the offseason last year to this year, it's all that can only help. And I'm starting to anticipate a little better. I think, the verbiage is coming just easier and easier as you speak the language. And it's been fun for me to learn, and now I'm really getting a lot of experience. You kind of put that in your portfolio and this Rolodex in your head of, okay, I remember that play versus this specific coverage. When it happens again, I'll never miss that again. That happened to us against Tennessee, or that happened to us against Dallas. Okay, this is what our defense does to that concept. How are we going to do it? How are we going to attack it? How do we change this? What's my next move? And so you're never really a play late. That's the goal. You don't want to be a play late and say, oh, they got us. So I feel like that's happening more and more.
Mark, have you thrown passes to G.J. Kinney? He's playing some wide receiver.
A couple. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, and Chip made some nice comments about his hands. Can you
he's
describe what it's like? Yeah.
You saw that catch yesterday at the end practice. It was impressive. You don't see guys coming from quarterback running all day on special teams and then go out in the last team period of the day. After hundreds of reps all day, the guy's running the most on the field and go make a catch like that. So 1, it's effort, 2, it's ability, and 3, he works his butt off. So he's a pretty good player.
And he says he has a feel for because he's a quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
For what the quarterback, can you sense that when?
I mean, the other quarterbacks could probably do it. We're just not as fast and athletic as GJ, so we'd screw up the timing. But we understand spacing. You know, when you throw a ball and it just feels tight, you go back and look at it on the film, and you're like, God, he had to be short on that route. And you look at it and you're like, that was it. That had to be it, because I'm throwing to a certain spot and it just didn't look right. I throw it over his head.
He feels it.
Oh, 100%.
For you.
He's just got a good time clock. Being from our position and our perspective, you flip the table, and I mean, he's got it all. He's got all the answers. He knows the coverage. He knows the whole concept, so he understands how each piece fits in that big puzzle.